Okay, welcome to Step Random session on modifiers, and let's get to it. So the modifier is the spanner icon over here. It shows over there. Add modifier. Now the first modifier we'll be taking is the array modifier. And this sort of adds an array, makes copies which are connected. I think it would be best to show you. So right now you can increase the count. Let's increase to 5, and you can't really see anything because they are joined, and you separate that by using the factors here. So let's zoom out, increase the factor, and you see a clear distinction between, and you can change the position, not just the on the x axis, like on the y, the z, and that gives you sort of a stairs, Mario stairs kind of thing. Cool. And you can merge. Cool. And let's try a new modifier. The next is the bevel modifier, and you have to zoom in to see that. See, the edges are all beveled in, and you can adjust some of that here. The amount makes it more, curves it more in, and the segments sort of create loop cuts around, so it gives a more smooth edge like this. And you can change the width, the bevel between. Right now we are beveling the edges, and we can change that to bevel only the vertices, and you can see that gives a whole new thing, whole new look here. You can see. And one more thing you can do with the width type, you can change to a lot of options. You can change to width, and you can see that gives new appearance, depth, and percent. Got it. And absolute. So each of them kind of has their own appearance it gives. We just work it out, see what's best, and pick it. Let's decrease that. Let's add a new modifier. The next is subdivision surface, and let's click add in. Now, depending on your mesh, subdivision modifier can take a while. So let's sort of reset to the new cube, fresh cube, and let's add in a subdivision surface. As you can see, you might not really see what's happening here, so let's do this in edit mode, see how it looks here. And after the subdivision surface, how it looks. So it kind of cramps it in to a new shape, and though it keeps the original shape, and you can adjust that, just adjust around. You just do the regular adjusting, and as usual you can adjust the amount, the level viewport, kind of smooths it out, add small faces, so it's so small you only see it to have smoothed out. So that's what it does. So for the next modifier is the build modifier, and it's sort of for the animation level. So let's pull this up and animate. You can see sort of rebuilt this. Let's decrease that, and you can control the speed by decreasing the length here. A few cool stuff you can do is set it to reversed, so the animation plays backwards, rather disintegrates, and randomize. You have a beautiful effect right there. And how it disintegrates depends on the number of faces, like in the viewport here. So you decrease the viewport and it has less faces to work with. And that's working with the subdivision. You should know this is the subdivision tab and this is the build tab. And you can control that. One thing to note is the positions affect how your renders play out, and you can change that with this. Just click here and move, change the positions, and you see that gives us something weird but cool. So you just change that right back, and remove. Now for the next modifier, we would have to delete that and add in a plane. It works best with a flat surface, and the modifier we're going to use is the solidify modifier. You can see it looks like nothing happened. Now let's go to front view, and in here we can increase the thickness, can do offset, kind of move. See, that changes its position around the origin. You can change the modes to simple and complex, and you have more options to work with. Let's change back to simple. So it's really helpful when you sort of need to add in some thickness for your shape. Let's try this. No. Okay, offset affected that. Let's put it back. Just select the top face. Try to delete. No. Immediately we delete it, sort of delete the whole thing, because originally this is just a plane, It will work different for cube. Let's do that. Scale it down. Select the top face. Delete. And we can add in thickness with the solidify. I think this helps to appreciate it more. So if you just increase the outer or the inner, just it doesn't matter. Offset. Cool. So the next modifier I'll be working on will be the skin modifier, and that right there, that allows you to create more complex shapes, and this is how you work with it. Excuse me. So to work with this, it works best with just a vertex. Let's duplicate that. Good. Now we can just make any shape we want with the vertex. Tap out. No. See, count it as they are both the same object. So adding a scale modifier would mess it up. So for that, let's select that. Let's fix it. Select that. Let's separate. Right click. Separate by selection. See, that gives a new material right there. And we can select only that and add our skin modifier. So you see, it's sorts of that. This is why the skin modifier is so helpful. It helps you create any shape you want and make a skin around it. So if you just make a human torso and make a skin around, this kind of looks like a scorpion tail, I think. And one cool thing you can do with it is the smooth shading. See what it does. Cool. Let's delete that. Next modifier will be the remesh. So wait, let's keep that remesh modifier, and that sort of makes a new mesh from the mesh we made with the modifiers, and you can adjust from voxel, sharp, smooth, and blocks. See, all those options give different appearance. Like I said, the position of the modifiers affect the shape rendered out. Like it would be a bad idea to try this because shape before skin modifier will kind of mess it up, but let's try anyway. uh, See, it messed up. Bring it back. Cool. Smooth. The last modifier we'll be taking is the mirror modifier. Have it here, and that makes a mirror image of our object. Appreciate it more this way, and you can choose which axis it mirrors it on. Right now it's on the X. You can make it on the Y or on the Z, or you can just make it on all of them. That gives you a nice, I don't know if this is nice, but it looks nice to me. It looks nice to me. Hmm. Let's be mischievous a little. Let's try to change the shape and pray it doesn't mess it up. Yes, we have some weird looking stuff here. That does it for modifiers. If you like this, just hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed, do so, and share with a friend who needs help with modifiers. Okay, and I'll see you later.